Welcome back to episode number two. In this episode, we're going to talk a little bit about the need for stress. Exercise is ripping the muscle apart so that it reconnects back up. And every time you rip the muscle apart, it grows stronger, right?
Yes.
Stressors in nature, they bring the best, they can bring the best in us, right? We love ice baths. And we love ice baths because it's the right amount of stress that helps the mind become a little bit stronger, a little bit better, a little bit sharper, right?
Of course.
Well, I've been doing ice baths for years now. I have not been exercising for years. That's
we know. I think
that's the stress that I've been avoiding. And like I mentioned in the past, and I'm going to keep saying it because that's how my brain worked. I was thinking, I'm into spirituality. This is matter. So it doesn't matter. Oh boy, was I wrong, right? Because, hey, if I, the spirit, decided to incarnate in a material body, it's for a reason, right? I mean, I remember once somebody told me, hey, if you really want to be spiritual, you have to kill yourself. Because it's the only way that you can separate yourself from the body and be 100% spiritual. There is a reason why we are here. There is a reason why we have this third-dimensional body. And the fact that I cannot move as fast, as light, as enjoyable as I should, that speaks volumes of the work that I have to achieve the true spiritual life that I'm looking for, right? So I wanted to, that was a long intro, I'm sorry, but the intro basically for this video was stress, if managed, if done correctly, stress is the best because we grow from it, right? So I wanted to share a little bit with us the stressors in your life that have built you up, that you have used as stepping stones to get you to where you're at now.
Okay, first of all, yes, methodically stressing our body, whatever facet that we're doing, is definitely going to take us into a level where we're going to fast track and we're going to better ourselves. So yes, physically, mentally, spiritually. Stressors that at first I didn't know how to deal with stress, breakups. I was living a life of excess, a life full of problems, a life full of low self-esteem, unfulfillment, no purpose in life, no direction, no sense of direction or anything like that. And then I found myself in a really difficult time in my life. And it was through that difficult, stressing time in my life that I actually moved forward, found myself, and was able to implement mind, body, soul development to a point where it drastically turned my life around 180 degrees. And it is something that I am happy with. That's something that I am proud of. And I want to just share this with everybody who's willing to invest a little time in themselves. Danny being the perfect example here. If you're willing to invest a little bit of time, willing to put yourself through some uncomfortable situations, I guarantee you that what's on the other side is something that you will be so proud of in your life. The sense of accomplishment that you will feel achieved is just beyond what you have any idea or what you can conceive right now. It is beyond what you actually can even think about or fathom right now mentally. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And that is, boy, is that right. It can make you strong if we learn how to use those as stepping stones and learn from these experiences.
100%. I've seen a pattern for forever. I don't know anybody that you admire or respect, that I admire or respect, and have not gone through what we call hell, right? Is the process of pain, the process of suffering that allows us to discover the depth that we can find within us, right? The essence of who we are. So it is this principle of the stress leads to, or has the potential, if we choose, to get to a higher place. I don't really like to use that higher and lower, but you get what I'm saying, right?
I do.
Life becomes such a joyful experience and a peaceful experience because we have gone through experiences that we choose to learn from, choose to not carry the weight of the experience, but put it down and step on the next one, and just continue to grow from those experiences. So if you're going through a hard experience, just make sure that you are using the potential that it has to grow from it. Because the last thing that we want to do, is be on that cycle of the same.
Right.
I mean, that's not a useful stressor. That's just a vicious loop of, I'm the victim, I suffer, and everybody's against me, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So look for the potential, look for the opportunity of growth. A personal one of many, a few months ago, I was talking to him, and I was feeling like exercise is not for me. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And then that voice was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure? Just not, trying to get away from the pain of exercising." And I had to be as honest as I could be, and determine that I'm not enjoying life as much as I can, just because the body is heavy. And when I mean heavy, it doesn't necessarily mean the excess weight, although that too, but just the movement. Like if I'm on a chair, the idea of getting up to do something right? And anyway, I had to take that opportunity to say, well, this is not right. I don't want to continue on a path in which I'm not taking advantage of the body that I was loaned, right? I have two arms, I have two legs. Why do I feel like even walking is like, it's heavy? Like, it shouldn't feel that way, right? I think it was last video that we were talking about a fish in the water. Well,
Yes.
I need to fish. I need to fish. Let's go fishing. I need to feel like a fish in the water. But this is my water. This is my space. It's our space. And the idea of incorporating a body that works, a body that has no excess weight, a body that has no limitations, at least not unnecessary limitations, right? So anyway, I think the idea that I had for this video was just that. Let the stressors be the stepping stones that can take you to the next version of you, right?
Exactly. Very good point. I want to just add that the more we give in to what the body wants, the desires. If we want to eat, of course, who doesn't want to be eating donuts, cakes, pastries, pastas, anything, sodas, drinking, everything that tastes good. And you also, physically, you want to be sitting in front of the couch watching TV. Who doesn't want to be just sitting there, relaxing, not having to lift a finger? But what is the quality of life in that lifestyle like that? You have quality of life? Probably not, because you're probably going to gain some weight, you're going to become more sedentary, and in the end, the quality of life is forgone. So that's not what we want. We want to have the best quality of life that we can, and it does take a little investment in ourselves, and it does take a little bit of hard work, a little bit of a little sweat, exactly, and getting us out of our comfort zone. But I guarantee you that once it becomes a habit, it's like second nature for you. And then once it becomes a discipline, well, then you're already home free. The battle's already won. Then it's just a way of life for you now. Like it has become for me. So yes, stress the body, stress the mind, stress the soul, exactly in a way that's going to move you forward.
That's right.
Very good idea. Very good point.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And let's stress a little bit the muscles. Let's rip them apart so that they can rebuild.
I like this idea.
And I am obviously in the very early stages of transforming the body, and I cannot wait to see how it merges with a holistic life, with a spiritual life. And well, for that, I have to thank you and the teachers that have come before us. And hopefully you learn something from this series. Anything else?
Yeah, I just want to say the second time we recorded his workout, because I don't record all his workouts. He does them
Right.
on his own, and we get together once every 2 weeks, and we record that. And I want to say that it's definitely got stronger. So I'm very happy with that. Even though that he says, he slacked off on a few things. I don't expect him to be perfect. He's barely getting started on making this into a habit. So I don't expect any of you guys to be perfect. It's all right to fail, but it's not all right to quit. So just keep it up.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.